Good evening, all. I hope all is well. We're back with some Pathfinder tonight, so we're doing proper tabletop, and well, getting back to where we were. All right, we're coming back to the town Niswin. The party came here for one reason, and well, it has changed. So basically, they've gone from one reason to why they were here to go pick up an advisor, so that they can actually bring it back to Casimir for a particular duchess they're currently working for. But due to a little bit of competition and whatnot, they managed to get hired by the local authority to help solve a particular murder. Because they're outsiders, there's no biasism between them and the town, so if they get information, it's going to be told back to the leaders as it should be. But so the plans are out there at the moment. They've been to two of the people the Lord Rahim actually told them to go see, and they've investigated a murder. They have found the beheaded. Give me a second. Right, so they've sorry about that. I had to clear my throat. So they found the head, a severed head, from the body, using scrying capabilities. Found the head and found a falchion. This was basically where we left off. So basically, they found the head that was attached to the body that was beheaded. Well, you know what I mean. And they found a falchion, which they recognise the symbol of where the falchion was made in town, so they're going to investigate that. There are other chunks of bodies, parts and whatnot around the sewers that they're currently in, or they were in, because that they looked around and they found these bits of chewed up chunks of flesh, but not enough to identify. So they went up to the apartment above it, and they found out that it's a tea house. They've searched around the tea house, didn't find anything. The only clue they found was basically a very large snake had slithered through, which they identified as a naga. They have found out that there's this thing called what's it called? A Rashika. What's it called? I'll get the name now. Rakasha. There we go. Rakshasa. There we go. Rakshasa is in town. They've ordered some pots of basically bypass evil creatures. So they've done that and basically equipping themselves up. And that's basically where we left off. So I'm going to go join the crew. So just a quick rundown, coming from looking at the screen, left to right. Damien, he's the playing a human, vigilante. He's got two personalities. You've got Renan, who's the guy that normally presents with them when they're walking around town, and Squenlapper, who is the vengeful side, who runs around the party when they get into combat. Yep, so next along is Vicky. She's playing Kika and Cebu. Kika is a ranger. She is what they call a skinwalker. Her breed is a long fang, which is a descendant of a were-tiger. And she's playing the ranger with her companion, Cebu, who is a snow leopard. Clinton is playing a rogue, again also playing a skinwalker, but he's now playing a skulkling, which is I think it's called skulkling, which is a were-rat descendant. Were-rat descendant, and that's what he plays. Next up is Chris. Chris is playing a gnome who's a shaman. His name's Squib. Squib has a magic ring, and he does normally spend a lot of his time invisible, but you will then find out that he's got the circle that's normally blank. And Aaron is playing a human slayer named Ballsy. I will put names and titles up a little bit later on. That's something I forgot to do, but we now bring in the rest of the crew back in. Let me give you some audio. Right, so I've done the quick introduction to the audience, and so basically we've left off at the tea house. No, that's not right, because did you guys go order the potions before the oils before you went off to the tea house?
Before we left, we ordered the oil here.
Excellent.
Yes.
So, if I remember correctly, we left it at the tea house where you guys were just about to leave, because you've just searched the tea house and it is empty. Okay. Besides the track of the serpentine creature that you found. Now, if I'm not mistaken, you have spoken to two of the people Raheem actually sent you after, go speak to, not after. You spoke to the Varasani, who is the authority on politics. You went to go speak to the Rumourmonger, which is Mahindra. You have investigated the bodies, the dead body in the shop, in the incense shop, and you found the head underneath this house. And also, if you guys remember correctly, you found other chunks of human pieces that have been left there and been gnawed at, but not enough to be identified. Also, Kika, forgot to mention this at the introduction. Hey Spike, how you doing? Kika had identified some footprints which were facing backwards, and the fact, so it's either they were facing backwards or the fact that the creature walks backwards, everything so far has pointed to what Damien has identified, which is a Rakshasa. And what else was I? Oh, and didn't you guys go speak to the spiritual advisor, Pravazak?
Yeah.
Okay, and you went to go see the Prince Canval. So you've seen all of the people that he's put you forward towards. Okay. Is there anything else you folks want? Oh, and also
I asked.
Sorry, Damien.
So I did ask a question last week. I didn't get an answer.
Mm-hmm.
You said the creature was walking forward with its feet facing backwards, or it's walking backwards. The other option is it could be moonwalking.
No, because they've all left streaks.
I was just about to say that.
Okay, sorry. I didn't mean to step on anyone's toes. Or ankles in this case.
Anyway, so, also you guys had a young girl come up and pass along a message to you folks, and it was a threat for you guys to stop the investigation. Because you've now...
A lovely written death note, yes.
Yes, and there was... this is day number 2 that you're actually doing the investigation on.
I actually forgot about that. So it's day 3 now.
In the Big Brother house.
No, it's not day 3 yet. It's still day 2.
Thought as much.
Yeah. So, if I remember correctly...
I won't lie to you.
Yeah?
When you said day 2, I suddenly thought Majora's Mask. So, how's the moon looking in the sky? Never mind, moving on.
That's a big pizza pie.
If I remember correctly, you guys had gone to last in the tea house, which I believe was in the Harbour District. Was it not? Right, anyway, so I would say it is probably late afternoon. Is anybody wanting to do anything or go anywhere?
So, again, the main lead that I'm thinking we follow up is this broken scimitar in this blacksmith.
That's right.
It's not so much of a lead that I'm sure there's going to be more than one person in town that's bought a scimitar, but maybe because this one's marked, perhaps he'll know something about it. That's the only lead that I'm seeing that we need to follow up.
From my understanding of the mental state of the creature, it's a very arrogant creature. I would not be surprised if this is a custom-made weapon. So it's entirely possible that this swordsmith will recognise it. So say, this creature just seemed rather arrogant and confident in itself. So it's definitely worth inquiring.
That does assume that the scimitar belongs to this creature. We did just find a scimitar in the pit in the muck, and it was broken. Possibly belonged to someone that had tried to attack the creature.
There's only one way to find out, though.
If only we had someone that could divine objects.
I start looking around as if, like, who's he on about?
Say what?
So yeah, unless anyone else has any
So we're going to the
other
blacksmith.
ideas.
Or are we going to continue? Or are we going to continue exploring the tunnels?
Tunnels again? Oh my god.
The problem with exploring the tunnels that I see is the more we delve into where this creature is without being prepared, the more likely we are to come across the creature, and the more likely we are to get our asses handed to us. So,
Yeah, the last time we went in tunnels, it didn't well.
But
You,
after we were in the
yes.
sewers, it didn't end
But
well,
the-
and you're going back down
There was
in the
tunnels. There was
cesspit.
loads of like tunnels, like you know. Still about the spirits, still there, fresh.
Right, so what do you guys want to do?
I'm still saying blacksmith.
Oh,
Cool.
I'll go to the blacksmith then.
Alright, so you guys head off to the blacksmiths, and you, if I remember correctly, you guys identified which blacksmith it actually was. So you guys head off to that particular blacksmith.
Low harker.
Yep.
Low harker.
And basically, you guys go in there, and he's busy working behind the shop. I mean, he's in the selling area, like the actual shop front.
The cells, yeah.
Yeah. You hear the actual sword turning happening in the back. He's got different weapons on the walls, ranging from falchion scimitars to rapiers, spears, bows, arrows, crossbows. And he's like, "Hi, good day." Not with the Australian accent. He says,
I was
"Ah,
about to say.
Good day.
good afternoon.
Good eye,
Good day,
mate.
Bruce.
How can I help?"
Originally, I was going to say someone's going to need to lead up this this interrogation because I don't speak the local language. But seeing as he's Australian,
No, he's speaking to you guys
Australasian.
in Gujarati. And he's like, "Oh, good evening. How can I be of service?"
Well, I'll say good evening to you, sir. Squire. Yeah, I'll go, sir. So's better. We're following up an investigation on behalf of the Vizier, and I found this sword which happens to have your emblem on it. Could you perhaps give us some information on the person who owned this weapon? If I present you the object.
You guys can have a look at it. I do have some of my receipts. He has a look at it, and he looks around and he goes, "I remember selling this blade to a particular customer. Let me just double check my information." And he goes, rustles through his receipts, and about 10 minutes, 15 minutes later, he comes back and goes, "Ah, yes. This here was sold to Oaxaca. He's one of the... oh, sorry, my apologies. Haha. Lankesh, that's the guy's name. So he says, I remember selling that blade to Lankesh. He's a high caste merchant who brought it back for sharpening a couple of times.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have to clean the blade at all, or was it just sharpening only?
Not sharpening only. It's like he deliberately strikes walls or strikes hard objects with it. It's like, do you know when somebody loses their temper and they just strike out at a wall and he happens to have the blade in his hand?
Idiot.
Yeah. It's
How do you
like,
spell his
Oh wait,
name?
I didn't understand any of this. Sorry, didn't say anything.
I will.
I'm just looking at stuff.
The spelling of the
With a
name.
move of my hand, you're all hearing my voice in your heads as I convey what he's saying.
Okay. And the spelling of the name is LANKESH.
I actually wrote that down correctly. Woo!
I wouldn't have got it right the
Lankesh.
first time round.
What's your opinion of this Lankesh gentleman? You said he was a merchant. How does his personality come across?
Very to the point, very business orientated. He is quite condescending, to be honest with you.
Does he make you uncomfortable?
It's more of an annoyance because he thinks he knows everything.
I shout from the back. What's he look like?
Do you speak Vidrani?
I was going to say,
Yes.
I thought this guy was...
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Try,
no, he
try
does.
doing it in Australian. He might understand that.
Oi, mate.
Oi,
You understand me? Yeah, what's his...
Right,
Put another
so,
item on the Barbie.
so basically, he gives a description of a tallish, well-built Vidrani with quite a decent beard and medium-sized white turban, dressed all in merchant robes.
Can I roll a bluff to hide my discomfort?
Yes, you can.
I'm taking a 27 hides my discomfort quite easily. And if somebody wants to roll a sense motive.
Well, if the others want to, he's not going to. Okay,
Nope.
they're not worried. So,
Cool.
it's like...
Basically, as I'm potentially trying not to look uncomfortable as I ask these questions, almost like I'm slowly closing in on something, and I'm getting very strong sensations that this is what I'm after.
And he's like, well, is there anything else I can help you folks with? Or do you guys want to buy any new weapons? Because I've got some nice weapons for sale.
I'm
Do you
assuming.
have to have weapons?
Go on. I was assuming you've been parroting this all back to us, Rental.
Yes, I have.
Um,
Anything
by
you say,
using
I'll
that
parrot back to
message.
him in the drawing.
Ask him when was the last time he saw Lankesh.
I conveyed to him the question.
I would say probably a few weeks. He's one of these type of people that prefers to do business from his house and very seldomly comes out. He's
And
one of
where
the-
is his house?
Where's his address?
He's in the high caste merchant. Sorry, he's a high caste merchant, and he lives in the commerce district. And he gives you the guy's address.
Out of curiosity, how long has he been in town?
Oh, a good number of years. Probably about 15-ish years, maybe slightly more, slightly less.
If you were to describe the direction his feet move,
That's going to be an awkward question to ask.
It's like, why would you ask such an odd question?
we're asking the questions here, all right?
I would
Well,
look
no.
at his feet.
You can tell by the way
It's actually us two that are
you
asking
can
it.
tell by the way that I I make my walk that I'm a serious man and I like to talk. And we're just curious about this gentleman's pose, his mien, the way he carries himself into a room.
He gets people to carry him forward.
Scott looks like he's got a headache.
I would kick you in the shin, Dave,
More-
if you were any closer. I really would.
That's fine.
Anyway, so he actually says, I wouldn't know about the feet. It's not something I normally look at on a guy.
Well, you can tell a lot by looking at a person's
Have any
feet.
obvious deformities or anything.
Not that I've noticed.
That's going in the notes.
As he's
Doesn't
saying this-
like feet.
As he's saying this, does this mean that the entire party is staring at his feet just to make sure he's not, you know?
I think
Start
this
staring
takes
at
I
my
have no
face.
idea what
to a
you're talking
whole new
about,
extreme.
so I'm just staring at all the pretty stuff.
Ask him
I
why
know
he
that
hates
obviously we
feet
just
so
walked in
much.
here, but could... Yes, well, before I do that, and certainly discredit ourselves, I have to ask, Lankesh, do you know if he's got any pets?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
No? So when he presents himself, he doesn't have like any kind of animal fare on display, or he doesn't walk around with kind of like snakes or things like that. He's not an exotic animal collector.
No.
Okay. And then I'll ask Christian's question.
About why doesn't he like feet?
Yes, because I don't think I'm getting any more information out of him now. I will ask
So what
him-
a roller
I will
coaster
ask
this.
him afterwards. Incidentally, you said you got some weapons. Yeah, you got some weapons on display. By any chance, is any of them enchanted or any of them
Yes.
particularly magical?
I've got a couple of enchanted weapons. What type of enchantment are you looking for?
Well, my
Holy hand
colleagues
grenade.
are in. Yes, Holy Hand Grenades of Antioch, if you happen to have any.
I was thinking
if
that
not-
same thing.
If you don't happen to have any high explosive ordnance of the holy variety, do you happen to have any holy weapons like daggers and things like that? Or is that a bit too niche?
To be honest with you, those type of weapons you might be able to get the clerics to do. That's holy is not really something that I sell out of my shop.
Yeah, unfortunately, they
How
put too many
are
holes in their
your
weapons. though.
crossbows?
Crossbows.
Yeah. How are your crossbows?
I've got crossbows. What type of crossbows are you looking for?
Big one.
On that shoot.
Um. I'm just trying to think about this specifically. I don't actually have a ranged weapon, so I suppose if I could get my hands on a crossbow, that might be of use. Oh, even better than that. Do you do star knives?
Beg your pardon?
Do you do star knives?
Star knives. One thing I just got to... I think they're common. Let me see.
And they're not. They're martial.
I happen to
monk
have
weapons.
a star knife, yes. I've only got the one. It's been sitting here
What
for
quality is it?
years.
What's the quality of it? Is it masterwork, magical, non-magical? Shocking, freezing, flaming,
It's magical.
thundering.
Give me a second.
Oh, excellent.
I'm going to see what it is, because it's been such a long time. I actually almost forgot that I had it. Right, let me just go check
That's neat.
my actual my logs here.
You have wooden logs, what?
Well, it's a good place to hide your weapons. Maybe next time I'm going to smuggle a weapon into town to use a hollow log. That's a good idea.
11. Really? Oh, oh.
Really?
Oh, wait, hold on. So, I've got a magical weapon. I'm just going to read it up quickly at how it works.
Well, you throw it, and
No.
it hits something.
No.
Normally the sharp end goes in the other person.
Sticking with the
Yeah,
pointy
normally.
end.
Right.
If you throw good enough.
No. What are you classifying?
If I make engine noises, does it spin like a chainsaw?
No, it's
Does it
not.
come with a mask?
No.
Oh, shame.
Sounds... Yeah.
Right, no, because I just need to check one thing. Because this may or may not help you. I just rolled something that is random that might actually fit into the game.
What number did you get?
Well, if you want
Oh,
to
don't
know,
tell.
I've rolled... Okay, no, I want to see if I can get this right. Where are you? There we go. You're that. Right, so I need...
My love. I guess not.
And
No, not your love. It's just you. It's not him, it's you.
It's always that. Why always me?
humanoids. I'll roll one more time. 90.
Keep rolling.
I'd rolled a Bane weapon.
Ooh.
And the one I'm trying to hit is between 73 and 88, and I got a 50, which is humanoids.
So why not just roll a d10 and then pick one
and
between those numbers?
And I rolled 92 and got undead. So we go humanoids. What type of humanoids?
Androids.
Says pick one subtype. So I best go to Ranger quickly. Nope. Classes. Ranger. Humanoid 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Roll a d12. You don't get to roll one of those that often. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you got a star knife that's Bane Goblins. And that comes in at a
whopping.
total of Bane.
Drum roll.
2,300 and whatever a star knife is. Did that change your mind?
Would he accept... I'm just trying to think. Goblins tend to be evil.
Yeah.
Yes, that's racist. But
No, it's not.
this is the thing. What's going to happen is I'm going to go into this dungeon and there's going to be a goblin in there. Possibly at levels in barbarian
got
with
my
damage reduction. And we're not going to be able to hit it at all. If I get it, there's not going to be a goblin in there. So technically, if I get the dagger, it guarantees there won't be a goblin in this dungeon, so I defeat every goblin that could appear. Therefore, logically, I should get this dagger.
If you
So,
defeat every goblin that
would
could
it-
appear, do you get the experience for it?
No. Nope.
But it's better than counting that one goblin that you can't defeat.
Oh yes, because that's happened in the history of this game.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I've made a few tough goblins.
So,
Yeah.
are you interested
Um,
in this knife, sir?
Does he accept part trade?
Sorry. Part rate.
Does he accept part trade? Part exchange?
Oh, part trade.
Part exchange.
Right. Yes. Well, what have you got to offer?
I present him with
So-
2 + 1 halberds.
Right. Give me a moment. I just need to find out how much the star knife actually costs. 'Cause, right, so it's 24 gold. So the price is 2,324. A straightforward +1 item is what the halberds you said.
Yes.
Halberd. Right. They come in at 2,310. So that comes in at 165. 1,650. So he'd say, if you want to trade 2 of those for this weapon, yeah, sure.
Anyone object?
Why? Why would you check? Is it the group, items that you're selling?
Well, technically, these were encountered when we destroyed those clockworks down in the dungeons. Do you remember when we dealt with the Darrow?
Mm-hmm. He
Said
deliberately,
that.
he specifically said he picked up the halberds.
Now, I said I picked them up myself, but the thing is, I'm not going to argue. If the party thinks we'd be better to hold on to these rather than trade them in, I'm happy to do so.
I'll let the one with the bagger decide.
The what, the what, and the what now?
Who's got the bag of holding? So who's carrying everything?
I think Vicky was carrying that.
There you go.
Sorry, what
She's
was I
got the
carrying?
bag.
Yeah, I've got the bag.
But the halberds were the ones. The halberds are the ones I had taken with me, so I've got 3 halberds in my bag.
Oh, they're in your bag.
Yeah, so he just wants to sell.
Yeah.
He's just asking.
Then he could do whatever he wants with them. He's the one that's carrying them.
Cool. In which case, I trade the 2 halberds, leaving me with 1 and the star knife. Awesome.
Cool. So basically what that means is it's a magical +1 weapon. For those at home who are not familiar with the Pathfinder weapons, it's a magical +1 weapon. When you come up against the creature that it's got a bane against, i.e. at the moment goblins, it becomes a magical, it gets an additional +2 to attack and damage, and when it deals damage it's an additional 2d6 points of damage onto the creature. Okay? Right. Anything else you guys would like to do? You've got a name, you've got an address, you've got a weapon. Anybody else looking to purchase anything in this shop at all?
Not at present.
Nothing whatsoever.
Ballsy?
I don't think they sell what I'm after.
What you
So it's just weapons, isn't they?
what are you after specifically?
It's basically a belt, I think. I think it's a belt.
A belt. What type of belt are you looking at?
A belt of dexterity +2.
Belt of Dex. Does he have any?
But I've only got half the money.
Have you got anything
Yeah.
to trade?
That's what I'm looking at now. Let's see.
What belt of Dex? Well, he. Which belt of dexterity are you looking for?
It's just a +2. I've not got enough +4, unfortunately.
Right, so...
Well, not good enough for the other one, but...
If you're going just for straightforward dexterity, in belt of incredible dexterity, a +2 is 2,000 gold, and a +4 is 8,000 gold.
Yeah, I've only got 2,000 on me.
Okay. I just let you know the prices just in case you wanted to try and do a trade-in or something.
Yeah, I don't think I've got anything for it, fortunately.
Yeah, he's happy. He's actually, funny enough, doesn't have the higher one. Does he have the lower one? Yeah, he's got the lower one in stock. Right. Now, if I remember correctly, I did say that the potions will be done the following day. So if you set it up today, so tomorrow the potions would be ready, and they were potions of, what were they again?
A line weapon, I believe.
A line weapon. That's right.
Because we were looking to make our weapons good.
Yes. Yeah. So your information about the Rakshasa is you need good and piercing.
Well, I've got the piercing.
Yeah. Vicky can get the piercing as well.
I just need the good bit.
Yeah. So do you know? I believe you called it Dagmor. That's a transformative weapon. So you could actually transform it into a pick. And then just attack it with a pick.
Or a rapier.
Or a rapier. Yeah. And you can turn it into a +2 magical one-handed weapon. And she goes like, I'll fucking beat the shit out of this with the rapier. And it's again, poke, poke. I will wattle the shit out of you.
Oh, definitely.
Right, so anything else you folks would like to do tonight or this evening at all? Anybody else you want to go speak to? Do you guys want to go rest
Have a
up?
beer and cool down. Damn, it's warm here.
Yeah, no.
Seriously.
I stepped outside and I got caught in the rain.
I'm going to talk to a rat, actually, when we get a bit of time between each other. Have a conversation with him.
Cool.
Just us two, no one overhearing us.
Whisper, whisper.
Alright, so, anything Kika would like to do?
No, not really.
Okay. And rental.
I pop over to Kika and I say, how strong is your sword now?
How strong?
Strong as the other one.
In what sort of respect?
If you're swinging a weapon around, do you prefer one-handed weapons or two-handed weapons?
Generally one.
Vicky currently has 3 types of swords.
Oh my god, it's like One Piece.
But my response to that is, she doesn't happen to have any weapons with reach, correct?
No.
Well, this doesn't have reach on it either, but it is a good idea. Cool. I hand her my 3rd halberd, the one that's still got. I say to her, it's a 2-handed weapon, but give that a few swings and tell me how you feel about it.
Don't swing it at me.
I'm going to say, shouldn't I sort
Now-
of go in an area where there's a bit more space? Otherwise, I might accidentally decapitate a few people.
Ooh, I was about to say.
Basically, it's a 5-foot-long spear, but it's got an axe-like head on one end with a tip. So you can use it as a slashing weapon or as a piercing weapon if you wish. It's also magical. It does 1d10 damage plus strength times 1.5. It also has the brace and trip abilities.
I just shout from the back. He's trying
So
to
if you
sell you
want
this.
So if you want to, you could use it to trip the opponent if you wished. Which means that if you fail the check, you can let go of it and therefore not get chipped yourself.
Yeah.
And your swords do 1d10 damage.
No, mine are
Is that more
1d8.
damage than you can. So it'd be a bit more damage as well, but it also means that if you wanted to, you could enchant this to make it do more damage as well if you wanted. I just thought you'd get more use out of it than me. I like a weapon I can juggle a bit more. And I get my new star knife out and I start doing some nice tricks with it.
Nope, that sounds good to me.
So I thought of it and I thought of you. There you go.
Aww.
Long and pointy. That's what I think every time I see you. Long and pointy.
I'm assuming that if I'm wielding that two-handed, then I wouldn't have my shield available.
Correct, Armando.
Yeah, you lose your armor class a bit.
But you do significantly more damage. What's your strength modifier?
My strength is a +3.
So you do +4 damage with that on top of your damage. So it's basically 1d10 plus the magical. So that's 1d10 plus 1 plus your strength times 1.5. So that puts you on 4. So that's 1d10 plus 5 damage. With the option of piercing or slashing. And you can choose before you attack.
Sounds good.
Okay.
It just makes sense that the more fighty of us gets it, really. So.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with getting more stuff.
Just a quick jump in there. Vix, your question.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
easily answered. Your bow is a strength bow. So it includes your strength when you pull that bow back. Anybody else?
Longbow then.
Yeah, you got a composite strength longbow.
Yeah.
If anybody without a +3 strength picks it up, they can't pull it back as far and get the full damage, and they get negatives on the shot. It's designed for somebody with your strength, okay?
Yeah.
Your scimitar, when you do damage, it's the same amount of damage you're doing as well. So you got a +3 strength. That's why.
Yes, but I'm sure it shouldn't. The scimitar shouldn't have a reach of 110 feet.
Depends how hard you throw it.
Damien has a. I'm baffled. I am baffled. Okay, something we'll look at later. But yeah, I'm not going to allow you to throw your scimitar 110 feet. What up?
Well, I was wondering. It's also listed as a great
What if
weapon.
we have the feet?
Right.
What if you have the feet throw anything?
Yeah,
If
no,
have the feet throw anything, can I throw anything? Oh damn!
I'm not having
I was going to pick
her.
up the rat, you know.
It's like I don't need to have a. I
That
don't
would
need to
be
enchant
epic,
my
though,
weapon.
if I had that for a scimitar.
I don't. I haven't enchanted my weapon. Called it the scimitar of throwing. I just throw it that hard. Wah. Anyway, so
Then it comes straight back to me as well.
right. So
There's a reason you can't have returning on your scimitar. Anyway,
what do you guys? What do you guys actually plan to do now? So basically, as far as I can see, you've visited everybody. You can still go talk to people in the palace, like the guards and that, if you wanted to. You guys are waiting for the oils before you go go look for that Rakshasa. I've always got to think how to pronounce that word.
yeah.
And I don't know if you want to go back to Raheem and report to him at what you found or whatnot.
It'd be a good idea, except my thoughts would probably be not to do it yet. Only because we had this death threat against us. If we report the information to him now, that could put him at risk.
Okay.
Now, if we keep the information, it'll increase the likelihood of whoever's talking about us of actually wanting to encounter us.
Okay.
Because right now we haven't reported it. Basically, if we want to encounter them, not telling him will be great because it encourages them to attack us.
Right.
But I'll leave
Now,
it to the
before we
party
can
and let
report
information
it,
out there in the open.
Sorry, Clinton, what was that you going to say?
I was saying before we can report anything.
Right.
Was if once we've done it, we have no reason to kill us. They'll come after us.
Which sounds a bit suicidal when you put it like that. But anyway,
That sounds fun.
it does. Death will be the greatest adventure.
So, that brings us back down to the same question before. What do you guys want to do now?
Let's go to the sewers, tunnels. Let's find this thing.
Well, we've got to wait for the oils. We've got to wait for the oils first.
Okay.
Here's an idea.
I did say when I was talking to you as well, don't forget.
Can I spend some time this evening fortune telling in town to try and earn some income?
Yeah. That's no problem.
Excellent.
At all.
I grab my harrow deck and I start shuffling it in front of everyone in an impressive display of dexterity.
Out of a suitcase, he pulls a little stand.
Yep.
All right. That's.
I thought we could go to Lankesh's place and see if he's home.
What tonight?
Well, people are usually home in the evening, right?
Okay. That's no problem at all. So you guys head off to... Is that what everybody wants to do? Before you go do your fortune telling there, Damien?
Yeah, sure. Definitely.
Right, so you guys head off to the... what was it called again? The low commerce district? Yeah, the commerce
There's
district.
loads of houses on the way there now, obviously.
Yeah? Because
That was sheer boredom. I'm going to start knocking on everyone's door and start running. Miss a few doors and start knocking on someone else's, then run, then do it again. Yeah.
Okay. So you're doing that, the rest of you are just walking down the streets, and every now and then the doors actually open with heads poking out, looking round at what's going on. I mean, the street's not busy, but it's not like crammed. It's active. It's an active street.
Yeah, they just see an idiot running up and knocking on people's doors.
Anyway, so you guys literally watch Ballsy tear down the one side of that street, just da-da-da, just running.
It's a good exercise, keep them fit.
Bringing a new culture.
That's a point.
Bringing a new thing to a different culture.
If we...
Oh yeah.
Should we get Brennan in a hamster wheel for Christmas? It's a giant human-sized hamster wheel. Would he actually appreciate that?
No,
No.
I'm pretty sure he'd probably stab you in his sleep.
Wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah.
I'll probably join him to it.
Right, so you guys are walking through the streets and you guys find his house. Now, he lives in a modest house. So as you guys approach, he's got a little bit of a... Right, first of all, where did I last have all of you together? That's a good question. So on this page, yes. So I need Kika. I need... Oh, I've got to zoom in. Renanan. I need you. There's Ballsy.
Oh look, I'm over there. I moved again, look.
There's you. Right, now, where is Renanan? I mean, Rental. Give me a moment, I've lost a character. Ah, found him. Right, so copy that lot there. Because I've actually got a map set up. Right. I shall drop you folks, put it there. Right, so bring you there. Bring you there. Bring you all to there. Right, so do I have this switched on? Dynamic lighting, explore mode. Update when tablet drops.
Right, while you're doing that, I'm going to run to the toilet.
Cool.
I just need to feed Salem because she is sitting on the ledge squeaking for food.
Well, I tell you what, people, we're going to quickly take a
10-minute break.
10-minute break, and I'm also going to make myself some coffee. All right, be back in a
Sounds
few.
like a great time to make some more tea.
Cool. Right, so we're back. There we go. Ah, Clinton's not back. Typical. You would take the longest.
Well, he's got to find what he's looking for first.
He is the third. I was just say he is the furthest away, though, isn't he? So it'd take him longer.
Anyway, right. So you guys have been to. So you guys were discussing. You're thinking about going up to see this chappie tonight. So. Not that page. I'm looking for that one. Right. So if I do. Hold on.
Pardon me.
Object. That works out perfectly. Cool. So, drop you over here. So it's a map change. Those at home, the way I've got it set up here, I don't actually put any sort of like, I don't reveal things. All I do is I just open up a door because I've got the dynamic lighting and the players can then automatically see. Now the way I've got it set up, all of you at home can get to see everything all the players can see, but the players can only see what their tokens can see. So if the door opens, one of you might get to see something on the other side at home like I would, but only the person who opened up the door gets to see in the room. Those who have not had any angles around the doorway won't get to see in the room, but you'll see how this works later on. Alright, so...
Scott, you keep saying for you guys at home. Where do you think we are?
I meant the people that are not on this particular stream.
I'm currently in a hole. I'm stuck. I got my laptop window.
Right, so... Hold on.
He's joking. This happened yesterday as well.
It's a common occurrence with me lately.
Yeah, I know.
It's actually getting on my tits.
And you can actually say that, you know.
Yeah, because I got a set. I'm not gonna go there. Nope.
Moving on.
Right, so obviously we're still waiting for Clinton and possibly my voice because I can feel it kind of like sliding here and there. Right, hold in a moment. Okay. And let me just zoom in quickly. Yes. No. Ah, bugger.
Baby.
Don't give it away, please. Where did you go? Right. Eh? Why aren't you? Ah. Found him. Is that the right? Yes, that's the right one. Yep. Yep. Yay! Got it right. It's nice when a plan comes together. There we go.
Does that mean we're all gonna die?
Probably.
No. I didn't kill you on Friday now, did I there, Aaron?
Oh, you mean Saturday? But yeah.
Saturday?
That's only because we confused you.
No.
And you dropping spiders on a top of me, I'm in a pit, didn't help either.
Well, that was the point. Welcome back, dear. Welcome
Hello.
back, dear. You just got in time.
Good stuff.
We thought you'd left the actual planet there for a second. You avoided for that long.
The flipping kettle took forever. Got a bit of a breeze blowing through the kitchen, so the gas wasn't quite staying on target.
Okay. So, it's still in the late afternoon, so basically by the time you get here, it's probably about 4 o'clock-ish, 4:30-ish in the afternoon. So you're at Lancashire's house. What do you want to do?
Anyone got any explosives?
I've got some alchemist fire.
Gonna say, didn't we get some alchemist fire and stuff?
That's not really gonna blow the door if it's hinged, though, is it?
Well, if it's a wooden building, it will blow the building down.
I mean, is
Doesn't
the house
look like-
made out of wood?
Looks like it's stone. Damn it.
Well, there's some hay over here. If we start spreading around the house.
Right, hold on 2 seconds. Ah.
Oops.
That wasn't supposed to have happened. I don't know what happened there.
You switched off DL?
No, it's...
Or is it just
Turn on the dynamic light.
roll 20 being roll 20?
Roll 20 being roll 20. There we go. That's what you were meant to be seeing. Right, because there are windows. It is
Active
still-
dynamic lighting, yeah.
Yep, it is still the afternoon. And where you guys are, is daylight.
Yeah, well,
Well,
I was planning on sneaking up that window and peeping in.
yeah, I'm gonna do the same on this one.
That's a 19 on my sneak.
Alright.
30 for me.
I only rolled a 5, okay.
I rolled a 15.
Okay. There we go. That looks a lot better. Right, so you sneak up there. Right, so. That's not the one I'm looking for.
I start using sign language towards the rat. It's like, what do you see?
Bear skin rug.
Yeah, I can see that as well. I can see a chair. And I tried to do a motion as if I'm sitting on a chair.
Alright, so. Okay, so. Both of you have stealthed up. Okay? And. You guys think you're doing absolutely fantastically well with your stealth. Okay?
But the alarm goes off still.
You guys peeking through the windows, and as you can see the bearskin rug. You can see moderate furniture around the place. Ballsy, I think you get to see some pots and pans down over here. And you can see like decent tables and that over here and here. So you can see it's somebody who's doing quite well for themselves. And same as you, Clinton. The parts that you can see, you see that exact same thing as well.
And I tell the other ones behind me, like, you can go forward. Probably get
How
funny looks.
quiet are you at the moment with that?
I'm just waving them forward, like,
Alright.
someone knock.
So is anybody going to be brave enough to go knock?
I'll do it.
The invisible guy's gonna knock.
I mean, Kika's happy to go and have a knock and see, but obviously she's going to need a translator because he may not be speaking the common.
I shall approach as her translator in case he is not speaking the common.
All right, so in that case, better move you to there and Sabu there. Okay. So you guys knock on the door, and this chap comes to the door.
I hold one finger up in the air, point at the door.
I gave him 2 fingers. Oh, yeah, sorry. I mean, 1. I thought you started swearing.
I'll put that there. Door opens up, and this guy comes and greets you. So it was a blue turban. Okay. So you can see what I mean by he's got the beard, normal robes that a trader would wear, turban. I did say white turban earlier on. I forgot what colour it was. It's actually this colour, the blue colour with the white and gold markings on there. And he comes up and he's like, yes, can I help?
I nod to him politely and I say, "One moment, please." I turn to Kika and I say, "You may speak. What do you want to ask him?"
Start by saying hello.
I turn back to him and I say, "My companion here says hello."
I can imagine that you got her going hello and he's going hello as well to it.
Hi.
Right, so he's like, hi, can I help?
"One moment, please." I turn back to her and say, "He says hi. How can he help?"
Obviously I introduce that I'm Kika and this is Rental who's translating for me because you haven't got a clue what I'm saying right now.
So I turn back to him and I say, "Obviously this is Kika. Apparently this is Rental, and he's translating for her because she can't speak a word of Vajrani." But moving on, she has some questions she'd like to ask you.
He looks directly at Kika and goes, I can understand what in common. It's quite heavily accented. But he's like, no, I can understand what you're saying. I just thought that this was amusing for a bit, but I can see it's going to bore me quite quickly. We can commerce in your...
I look at him somewhat looking quite concerned. You are well aware that you're damaging my chance of getting a commission here, right?
Maybe you
My
should
whole
do
selling
research
point is that
first.
I can speak Vajrani. Oh, fine. I thought a fellow businessman would have appreciated the setup. Fine. What do I know? I'm clearly a muppet.
I am a silk merchant.
So stand back.
I'm a silk merchant. I sell silk. Quite marketable silk, or that doesn't normally go on the cheaper markets. Of course I'm going to speak the language so I can actually commerce with a wider variety of customers. He says arrogantly.
It's fine. She doesn't know that. She doesn't know that, does she?
Well, now she does.
Now I do.
Fine. Apparently now she does. Okay, I'm going to take a step back because I said 5 foot. I was like, fine, you do the brain talk. I stand back here and pretend I'm being useful.
No. Feel free to be as useful as you wish to be.
Fine. I approach again. So, hello, Mr. Silk Merchant. It was Lankesh, was it not?
Well, that is my name. I don't know how you've managed to get hold of that. Because I don't know you folks from a bar of soap.
I'm not going to ask too much about soap because that's not my field of specialisation.
was
But
about
what
to
I
say,
will ask,
it's about soap.
yeah, we happen to have found something that was unfortunately out in the open. and we thought we'd take our time to return it to you as the owner. Is that okay? And I present to him the broken sword.
Okay, now, give me a moment. Give me a moment, because I forgot to ask this from you folks earlier on.
I had a friend once that was addicted to eating soap. He got clean.
You are lucky you're invisible right now.
A friend of mine was addicted to masturbation, but he's beating it.
You're not invisible. I point my freaking bow at you. Say that again. There you go.
Okay. Now I just got to check something out here quickly. I am sorry, people. I have made a small error. I'm just rectifying that. Actually, can I have all of you give me, saves me having to work this out. I was meant to ask this right at the beginning of the game. Can you guys give me 2 will saves, please, during the course of the game?
Okay, will save.
18 for the first one.
Okay.
+4.
Want Sabu as well, or just Kika?
Just Kika, please. So,
Oh, bloody hell.
Okay.
That's not bad.
Everybody, hold your knickers. Right, so Clinton. Sorry, it was Aaron. Sorry, Aaron. You started giving me your saves.
Yeah, 18 and 10.
Perfect.
That's
Damien,
almost
as
funny.
you had something to tell me, now go for it.
I just rolled 2 d20s,
Yeah.
and I got 2 20s.
Balls.
I would rather him have them now.
Yeah, that's true.
My will modifier is +10, so I'm 30-30.
Hey, when did you...
Oh, to be 30.
Brave star. We are going with Vicky next.
28 and 13.
Next up, we have Quith.
Is it against an illusion spell effect?
No, but it is a mind-affecting effect.
Then just a simple 24-14.
Cool. And Clinton.
10 and 18. The opposite order to our other friend.
All right. Okay. So, who handed him over the
Broken sword.
sword? Okay, cool. So
I had the sword, and I presented it to him politely.
He kind of looks
Both
at
hands.
it and he's like, "Wow, okay. Where did you find this?"
It's actually... I look at Kika. I look back at him. I say, we're about to explore this strange dark cavern, and we happen to have found this among a collection of animal bones, and we have no idea how it got there. We went to see the smith, who recognised it from one of the receipts he produced previously. I was under the understanding that there's a chance that it might have been misplaced, or if it was perhaps stolen. Considering that you're a wealthy merchant, I'd imagine it would have been taken.
Yeah, so that sword had gone missing. I've been worried about it, and thank you very much for finding it for me. Wow, it's been savagely damaged. Well, do you know what happened?
I suppose, now that I have no idea. That I should ask, was it damaged like that before you lost it, or was it damaged after you lost it?
You see, sometimes I couldn't tell you. Normally what happens is I go dueling, and because I believe that using these type of weapons, strength is the way to do it, and I use these dummies, but the dummies are concrete padded dummies because I can break the wooden ones. So I normally go for the concrete ones so they last a little bit longer, so I've got to take it down to the smithy to go get sharpened.
Says motive.
That explains
Okay.
that.
Yeah, I'm looking to sense motive that, but also pretend that I clearly
Go for
don't
it.
want
Go
to sense
for it.
motive that.
Sense motive that.
Rolled a 4, so I got a 14.
Oh, you believe him.
I believe him.
You believe him wholeheartedly. Hook, line, and sinker.
How does a 28 feel?
You can sense just like he's not telling the full story. You know that that's like not accurate. I mean, yes, he's explaining he's hitting something hard. That's part's truth, but you don't quite think of why would somebody put concrete inside one of those practice dummies.
In his defense, I'd do something stupid like that anyway, just for a laugh.
Okay.
But only against someone else's weapons, not mine.
Yeah, it's...
You'd only do that if you wanted to literally destroy the weapon.
Damien, the DC was 27. It was 20. I rolled a natural 20.
I've got a plus 14 and rolled a 14.
Yep, no, you beat it. It's done. But he's like...
It's fine. So I know he's being porridge. He's not very transparent.
Yeah. He takes the weapon back and he's like, thank you. Is there anything else? I really appreciate you finding the weapon. It solves that case and I can go get it sharpened tomorrow and get it sorted out. Anything else I can help you folks with?
I ask, is there a finder's fee?
Not really, no.
No?
No, I don't really carry money on me, so I don't really have a finder's fee.
Not even a candy?
Roll me a diplomacy.
I'll roll a diplomacy.
He throws you a gold piece.
That would do it. Diplomacy is a 22.
22. Okay. 22. So he's like, okay, fine, but you can tell your other two friends to come out from around the corner and trying to play hide and go seek.
Just relax.
I raise my hand and ask him, so what about the third guy who I don't know where he is because he's always invisible?
Oh, I know he's here. Yeah, and he points him out as well. He says, I know he's here. I just don't
turn to
like
look
people
at-
hiding.
Well, the fact that you
Wait,
know
does it
that
point
we've
to me?
done all
Fine.
this means you're hiding something because you know we can do all these stuff, like stealthing and you not.
That's a completely lame excuse, and I say that purely on the basis that I know that you two are up to something, and I can't see half the bloody time. So
That would never hold up in a court
all I'm
of law.
saying is,
Oh, shit.
One-
Sorry. Too late. I fucked that up. I was looking at Kika's stats. Do apologise. That should have been a DC 40, but I fucked that up. It's fine. Hands up.
That's funny. I don't mind you looking at my stats instead.
Scott, did you say?
was that supposed to be the sense motive?
Did you say he points to me and says that he knows I'm here?
Yeah. He knows that there are people here. He says, I just got an uncanny sense. It's like a sixth sense. And, yeah.
Sixth
Cool.
sense, my
Bullshit.
arse.
Let's motive. 18
It's
and sense
fine.
motive.
I just want my tip.
I'm not a leper.
You don't look like a leprechaun.
I'm going to stand there,
You're too tall for
drop
your
stealth,
stuff.
and I feel is going to be a disgruntled looking gnome. Can't detect magic.
Right, give me a second. Right, so we had. Right, so Clinton. What is actually going through Rental's head right now over this entire situation? As in, I would like some sort of, what's running
His
through Rental's
insights.
head? Yes.
Rental's head right now. My surface thoughts are.
Sorry, I meant Renanan. My apologies.
Renan's a bit nervous.
Okay.
This is making him anxious.
Why?
That this guy's like managed to spot us like that,
Okay.
Yeah.
and we know almost nothing about him except that
Right.
he
Now,
appears to be lying.
so basically, just between GM and Renanan's character, everybody else, you're going to forget you've heard this. What's your current thoughts on the investigation?
That it's going a bit slow, and we've already got a lead, and we should be heading after that Rashasha.
And where his name's come up in your investigation, what's your thoughts on him in the investigation?
Honestly, until this point, I didn't have much inclination to think about him at all.
Okay, that's good news. All right, so back to the rest of the party. Okay, actually, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this ever so quickly. I'm going to mute you guys for a second. Right, so I've muted
You will
myself
not mute me. How dare you, bastard!
from them, so they can't hear me at all.
Oh, no, I think so. You don't
Just to
mute me.
let you know, hold on 2 seconds, just to do this. Click. So basically, what it is a Rakshasha actually has.
So, could you guys not have done this reveal whilst I'm still within 5 feet of him?
Okay, I don't know
I
why
never
it's
revealed
still-
myself.
So basically, what it is he has permanently
I'm all
detect
right.
For all he
thoughts.
knew, those are
And
additional
so
voices in
basically
my
that's
head.
what's happened. He's actually
Oh, I've got loads of
detects,
those, don't worry.
thoughts, and that's what he's busy reading Clinton's mind. But anyway, back to the cast. Right, I was just telling the player, the rest of the audience, what was going on as to why I'm asking these questions.
You
But
came
anyway,
with spoilers.
anyway, so coming back to the rest of you folks, so so you've kind of picked up the fact that he's not being 100% correct with you. You're quite surprised. You've now cast Detect Magic, is that correct? Chris?
Yeah, I drop stealth, cast detect magic, looking at him.
He's like, thank you very much. You cast Detect Magic. And... Right, so let me just read. I was not expecting this part. I want to say yes.
But my mind says no. Actually, my body in it. Fuck.
That should go. Quick.
I just double checking something very, very quickly. Right, so you do not detect any... so you do detect magic on him, but it's spending a little while, it's just on his weapon only. Alright. What do you guys want to do? So basically that's the only thing magical on him. Is there anything else? Gear, magic. Yeah, it's just these magical weapons he's got on him. Oh, my apologies. He does glow of magic. If you can give me a spellcraft check, please.
Nice.
32. So you actually see that he has like a mage armor on him. He's got mage armor cast on him. Anything
Now,
else?
when would he have cast mage armor?
That's a good
Truth be
question.
told, I'd have cast mage armor if someone knocked on my door and I didn't know who they were.
It depends though, because mage armor, depending on what level you are, you can last for like half a day.
Some higher mages, such as like level 12 mages, cast it on them because it will last for 12 hours.
I mean, that's what I do with mine.
It's not evidence of any wrongdoing as such.
No, but it tells us that basically, he's either like a sorcerer or wizard or something else.
Has some
And we didn't have that
magic
knowledge
ability.
before.
Neither of which is a crime. See, that's not a crime.
It's either that or someone cast it onto it, which means there's someone else in there and cast it.
Potentially. That's still not a crime. It is not a crime to
sweet.
cast mage armor on someone.
True. Makes you wonder who he's so scared of that he's going to cast mage armor as he comes to the door.
Who says he casted it?
Maybe he's
just had it ongoing.
I don't think he's actually scared. I think he comes across as a little bit arrogant, maybe. I notice the size of his broad shoulders and his green turban. Other than that,
Blue turban,
he has not performed a
green
crime.
robes.
Blue turban.
So just to confirm,
I've
to the
been told.
audience who don't know, I am red-green deficiency colourblind. So did I read that as a wrong colour?
No.
Okay.
No, you're right. So it's a blue turban, green robes, yeah. So other than just reeking of the villain archetype, he is not actually guilty of anything. So
Well, he's guilty of basically having mage armor on him, because why would you need mage armor in your first place?
guilty of... Right, are you currently wearing armour?
Yes, right here.
So you're guilty of preparing for fighting. Have you got enough
Why?
fight yet?
You're in the
No.
town. You're in the
It's
city.
not a crime to cast mage armour.
The difference
city.
therein lies is that we're expecting to fight something.
And maybe he's expecting to fight something when he notices people peering into his windows.
We're just nosy.
Yes, you're
So
nosy.
are you asking
And if
him,
someone...
or is this just you guys having this all silent debate?
Yeah, we're just like got away for like 5 minutes and
It's
just huddled
a silly
about like,
debate.
what should we do?
This debate is happening psychically as I'm communicating with him using message. In the meantime, I'm also stalling this guy here by saying, I'm very sorry, my colleagues here are just over paranoid. They seem to be assuming that just because you happen to have mage armor on, you're some kind of villain. I don't think that's necessarily fair. I think that's racial profiling, and I think we should both resent it. I think the party should transcend this assumption that just because you happen to be able to cast magic, you're a villain. No,
It's not
as-
Seeing
racial.
as you happen,
Racists.
It's the same as how. should
seeing
I
as you're
feel?
so curious, Rental, about my mindset, this guy is guilty of equipping armor as his day starts and attacking something made of concrete. What I believe to be the case is that this guy knows about the thing that we are trying to find. He has tried to fight it. He has not been successful. He thinks this thing is going to try and find him, so he's putting on mage armor as his day starts and walking around with a magic weapon.
Now, if
What
only
is
you
it?
could tell us that, it would be really helpful.
I turn to the silk merchant and I say, are you being threatened by something or someone?
No, by looks, if I had to judge you guys just by approaching, I would be worried because all of you are armoured, heavily armed, and
Exactly.
you're banging on my door,
Exactly.
asking me questions. You are not from this island. I've got no idea about you, and I'm hoping you're either here to do sales, as well as return my item, or return my item. I might be able to give you a 10 gold reward, and hopefully you guys can leave me alone for the evening.
Do you know
So if I was to
what?
knock
I'd
on
be
the
happy with a
next
10 gold
door
reward
neighbour-
myself.
If I was to knock on your next door neighbours, would they have mage armor on right now?
Would not know. I don't think they've got the capability of doing it.
Right.
I
just
do.
drops to the ground, rolling over, laughing.
It's like, but hold on a second. You've walking around my town wearing your armor.
Well, I'm proud of my armor.
Yeah.
You got your armor.
Yeah, he's proud of his major armor.
You got a problem with armors?
No, apparently you've got something against me having some sort of protection when you have it.
In your own home, you should need protection in your own home.
Unfortunately,
Sure,
I
you
don't
should.
have a choice. I cast a spell in the morning, and it lasts. Simple as.
Waste of a spell.
No, you don't even have to justify it. It's your Second Amendment right, dude. Don't
Exactly.
justify
So-
yourself.
This is
to
not
this.
America. This is not America.
Right. Okay. Shuts the door. Shuffles off. Okay. He goes, gets the
Oh,
Can I
coin,
get my 10 gold
Finish.
pieces?
Come
tabs
back.
back,
Alright.
gives you 10 gold pieces, and says, good evening.
Thank you.
And goes to shut the door again.
I put my foot in the door.
Good evening, good night, sir. Now, we walk away and I say, dudes, you guys make it so damn hard. Yes, you could
say, that's
say
what she
he's
said.
suspicious, but we're bleep.
Are you going to put your foot in his
What,
door?
you expect her to talk to you?
Yep.
I'm beginning to think that
I'm gonna
Rental's
back
in
up.
league with the Rakshasa.
Yeah, I've got to speak that as well. That's why I put my foot in the door. Don't trust me
Squid.
now.
Squib. I am casting message on you alone.
Okay. Aaron. Ballsy takes a total of 5 bludgeoning damage as the door goes to shut on your foot.
Don't feel thing.
And he opens the door and says, back off.
Make me.
You're not welcome.
Oh, I am.
Would you like to move
That's
yourself
my
closer to the
own foot to the
door,
door.
just for the purpose of the... And say, Squib, I'm sending you a message telepathically, right? Are you going to listen to what I'm about to say to you?
No, because it's about to
Yeah,
be a
but no
scuffle.
reason not to.
I say, I'm a psychic. I could read the coinages given me and try and work out if this is the same person. I needed something from him to divine him.
Alright, so currently we've got you standing by the
It
door.
looks like this is going to end up in a fight anyway.
And
So-
Renan is still laughing, but he's managed to get himself into a sitting position watching this.
Right, so you want to now actually do the... He pushes you. Let's see if that works. Right, hold on 2 seconds. That helped an awful lot. Give me a sec. Oh, okay. All right, fair enough. Right, so yeah, so he's currently. Let me go back to over here. Yeah, so he's currently shoves you, and what was
Wouldn't that be a CMB or CMD check?
Yeah, my CMB against your CMD and does a 24 beats your CMD.
No.
Alright, so he's just shoved you. I mean, and it
I shove him
wasn't
back.
it wasn't an actual gentle shove either.
Yeah, nor is mine going to be.
Okay, go for it.
And as I do that, and I get through and if it works, I'm going to close the door and I'm going to say something.
Brendan sitting like this, totally enjoying the view.
So it'd be my CMB for 3 CMD, wouldn't it?
Yeah, so D20 plus your CMB.
18.
18? Nope. You just kind of like just getting to move your shoulder.
Push.
It's like, oh, really now? Okay.
Yeah, that goes.
Fucking just like flattenly, like really like wimpily pushes at you. He says, "Get away from my house now before I beat the snot out of you."
It's not. I don't have any. And
Okay.
he pushes him back.
Right.
16 plus 11 is 27.
27. Still don't push him back. Right. So he takes a 5-foot step back. Actually, just do it there. Spell.
Spell card of 18. I probably don't know what it is.
Unfortunately not. I've asked you to leave, and you have refused to leave. He says as he does this. And this is going to frazzle.
Brendan crawls backwards a little bit.
You feel the smell of electricity in the air. Right, so 120-foot line.
What kind of armor are you wearing? Yeah, what kind of armor are you wearing?
I am wearing mithril breastplate.
Metal. Yes. Okay.
Mithril.
Okay. So this one doesn't worry too much about that, but the DC was 18. You got an 18, right, Chris?
18's what I got.
Well, you know this is a lightning bolt.
Quick, get inside.
I close the door.
Too late. This is the surprise round.
God damn it.
Lightning bolt. Right. So.
I was thinking of cool lightning.
Does he
anyway, so
actually
get inside
use
would matter.
words? Does he actually cast this using words or not?
Well, I would assume so.
Basically, if it's an SLA, he doesn't use words. If it's a actual spell he's casting as a sorcerer, he'd use words.
This is basically his innate SU spell-like abilities.
So, so he's no words at all. It's just he puts his hand out, it just leaps. Cool. Which gives us some information. It's a shame that unfortunately I'm in the line.
Yep.
And I was defending the dude. No allies.
Defending him. Me and you are gonna be having words later.
Innocent until proven guilty.
Just checking.
He's
one
not. It
thing.
is so you can see that.
I should actually just pull the book out. It just says spells known, so I'm guessing these are all innate spells.
What? What is he?
Yeah. We're not going to answer that question.
Is there a class that literally has all your spells innate?
Can I have a reflex save from the pair of you two, please?
I succeed.
Oh no!
I got a
What was that there?
21.
Aaron?
28.
28. So both of you make it, so you take half damage. 18, 23, 25, 27, 30. Ah, that makes life easier. Take 15 each. And he says, go away. Now, you've got an option. You can either A, do as he asks,
Go away.
or B, we roll initiative and we do the dance.
Can I ask the character one personal question? Like, say, can I ask you a question first and then I'll back away?
Yes?
How did you do that? You should be able to use words when you're casting. Quite your sorcerer?
I am not a weak magic caster. I have abilities, and being able to cast that type of thing would be quite easy for me. I don't have to say things. I mean, he did wave his hands a little bit as he stepped back and then shot off.
But
the thing is
he's seen spellcasters before, but he's never seen one that's basically used a spell like that without having to use words.
Okay.
So he's like thrown off.
Not all spells require movement.
I was just about to say that. Do you have any sort of knowledge, spellcraft at all, or knowledge arcana at all?
No. Nature religion. No.
If you can,
But
do you have a knowledge local? Do you have knowledge local?
Yeah, I have that.
Give me a decent and a fairly high roll of knowledge local.
20. Roll a 10.
You've heard, right? So it's not going to be too much information.
I would have studied him the second that I basically caught eye of him, so I would have got +2, so 22.
22. You've heard of magic users have taken years to learn how to do certain spells without verbal or without using the abilities or
Somatic.
using an ability not to use the cheap costs for items. So you do know there are ways that these mages can learn.
Back away.
Yeah. So for everybody at home, you've got feats like Still Spell, Silent Spell, and Issue Materials. It's a legitimate question to ask because sometimes wizards do have that, so they might be more powerful, or it could be as they're suspecting an innate ability for him to be able to do something. But yeah, so fight through your door.
I back away.
You back away.
I apologise. I go hands off the piece, and I back away.
And he steps up and
Slams the door in the face.
pretty much he says, I asked you to leave, now please do.
Rin then drags himself to his feet and starts walking off.
Okay. Alright, so so are all of you going to leave the vicinity or?
I am. Don't know about the others.
Cool. Alright, so you guys go back to wandering the area. Anything you guys want to do in particular?
I'll get right a corner.
Ballsy.
I'll just shout, ouch!
Ballsy.
Yep.
I think Scott's been incredibly generous to you right now.
I'd say.
He's not.
Only because he didn't ask you to check your wallet.
I had thought about shit like that, but I'm not going to play those type of games.
That's cool.
According to Lightning Bolt,
What I'm saying
that
is-
actually can catch a light has an opportunity to do, and if you're carrying any metal, such as gold, copper, silver, that could all get melted together. I will one day start playing like that.
Good to know. My other character's now got chain lightning, so hey.
Oh, can you imagine
Well,
every
he's a
time you
miserable
find
red
shoot
bounce.
that at the monsters, you go get it. Well, you find a lump of gold. Yeah.
Your gold is no good here. What do you mean? It's defaced currency,
Yep.
which is actually a crime in many countries. Therefore, you'd be arrested for trying to trade with it. Oh, what do I know?
I do
Um,
know Damien though. Do you know what kind of class he is though? Well, can't say class, but kind of.
Did you glean anything from him?
I turn to you and I say, ask me tomorrow. I say, in my hands, I'm juggling some of the coins that he's given me between my fingers.
And I just like,
Because I think I'll have more than enough now to know for sure precisely who or what he is.
Mm-hmm.
Clever.
I just curse
Right.
in a language that no one understands.
Which is?
What language is it?
Goblin.
Cool. Right.
What's he speaking, Goblin? If I stab him with my star knife, do I get extra damage?
Right. So, where are you guys going to head now? Because I know you want to go do your
Back to-
Go
fortune
to an
telling.
inn so that our friend there can do his thing and we can sit and relax while he's doing so.
Mm-hmm. All right. So you guys head back to the inn. If you guys want to cross off any money you want to spend for food and that, if you want me to, I can find the prices again. I think it was like silver piece or something to that effect.
Would you like me to roll my profession check?
Yes, if you would not mind, please.
I've just rolled plus 16. That puts me on 34.
34. I think. If I'm not mistaken, I got to times that by. Right. So not a right. So. Right, so foot daily takes to help us. You can also answer questions about your profession, basic questions.
Basically, according to this, I give an extraordinary performance. If this is a prosperous city, it'll be 3d6 gold pieces per day.
Right, cool.
My DC.
Right, that's fine, and I believe I've got that on there. So what I'll do is I'm going to roll 3d6. Cool, and that.
And a rumour might even
That's
start that
nice.
I'm a legendary fortune teller
There we go.
because
So
I did such a good job.
So is it just literally 3d6 gold straight off the bat? No other bonuses or anything?
So it uses the same table as the perform DC.
Yep.
Performance DC 30 is an extraordinary performance in a prosperous city. You earn 3d6 gold pieces per day.
Yep.
In time, you may even draw the attention of a distant patron or a great extraplanar being.
Right. So.
But it's going to take time.
Yep. So you spend the rest of the evening doing that. You earn 15 gold off of it.
Neat.
Yep.
I'll go out and probably spend some money on some decent fish food for my cat.
Alright. So.
And at that point, I'd also like to have a word with Renanin if he's available.
Uh-huh.
Cool. So. I also believe, right, so while he's busy doing that, I'm guessing Renanin and Ballsy wanted to have that bit of a conversation.
Discussion.
I'll let them have their conversation first, just because I want the conversation to be out of earshot of everyone else.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, then we take a walk.
So Renton and Renanin Go for it.
I wave my hand in his direction, and I sit down casually, and I start communicating with him telepathically using message.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a conversation with him. So I say, if you want to communicate, just whisper, and I'll hear it. No one else will, unless they pass a very difficult check. Your opinion on our interaction with that gentleman earlier today?
We weren't prepared, but it was funny.
It was funny, except for the fact that my eyebrows got singed.
Yeah, he had me worried. I don't know, something feels wrong.
His build and form are very similar to the build and form of the person that I saw in the vision.
Ah.
The only difference was, obviously, I couldn't see his hands with the fingers curling in the wrong direction. We also didn't get a very good look at his feet. I'm surprised that no one suggested that.
Especially
not
after
my
he just had
fetish.
his foot jammed in the door.
Ouch.
Yes.
I was recently
However,
informed it's weird to use people's feet. Now I'm trying to reform and I'm being shamed for it again.
Yeah. But I know you're a fairly good rogue.
Well, you
not a
spotted
rogue,
me at
a
that window.
professional
Acquirer of
Now,
lost
my
objects.
thoughts. Yeah, my thoughts would be, if you go to his home tonight and make some observations, don't interact, don't invade, just observe.
Mm-hmm.
I reckon there's a significant chance that he won't be there. Now, his obvious cover story would be that he's a silk merchant who is out doing some trades. But
Which would be odd at
in
that
my
time,
estimation, well, not for you or me, but certainly for a day trader like him, yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So if you want to go on an exploration mission, this would be a fantastic opportunity. Only thoughts being is you do not want to engage, because if he is what I think he is, you on your own will not do very well.
Uh-huh.
Not that I'm underestimating your ability, but that thing's probably very dangerous.
Yeah, I only know one man who could probably
You might
take
wanna-
it on his own. But unfortunately, he's off in the mountains somewhere.
Yeah. If you want to take someone with you, I'd recommend probably taking the
Oh, the
That
idiot with the
idiot
broken
with the
foot.
Yes. If anything, if it's like swimming with sharks, you need one person. You always swim with sharks in pairs, don't you? Because you need to have one person that you just have to be able to swim faster than. So
I heard that about
in that
tigers.
case, I'd recommend you take him with you. I'm not getting involved with anything. I'm a collector of cats. I don't really like the idea of fighting anything feline related. But either way, so if you want to go on an adventure, take him with you. But as I say, just make sure you get back safely, because at least you're not as detrimental. Less helpful, but certainly less detrimental.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, as I say, I'd be very careful. I suspect he is not who he says he is. The sorcerer who can do that much damage wouldn't be trading silk. He'd be doing much greater pursuits, I'm fairly sure.
And his physical size for a sorcerer is also a bit strange.
Just ate bones. He could have been raised on a diet of meat and milk. But truth be told, yeah, he's probably not what he says he is. Just be careful, mate. And then I'll go off and start mingling again and leave running into his own devices.
Right, and during this time, is Kika and Sabu going to be doing anything?
Nothing fancy really, just having some food and letting Sabu have his fill of people fawning over him and stuff, and yeah.
Cool. And Squib? What's Squib going to be up to?
Surprisingly little. I feel like there's something I should be doing, but I don't know what it is.
Okay, so you're not going to be working on any magical items.
I think I've mainly finished most of my magical items for now. I think I'm running out of money, to be honest, but I need to look at a list.
Cool. And so what's Ballsy and Rental going to do?
Well, I'll do a few things before I get to Rental because he's talking. So I've gone to the bar.
Rental or Brennan?
Renan.
They're both start with R's. Oh, this is going to get confusing. R1 and R2, that I do.
Yeah, Renan is R1, Rental's R2.
There you go.
Because he's
What?
deterred away from things.
Libel.
Well, you're the second guy that joined the group, not the first. You might be number 1, but you're still R2.
Right, I've gone to the bar. I've bought 2 drinks, but then I've looked around and I've gone. What's the name of Christian's character?
Squib.
Squib.
Ouch, first of all.
I'm no good when it comes to names. I'm very bad when it comes to names.
What, you or Ballsy?
Both.
The answer is just yes.
Wouldn't it have been weird if he was crap at names in real life, but his character remembered every name he ever spoke to?
That would be funny. But anyway.
So I'm like, Squib, do you want a beer? Don't hear anything.
Do I want a beer?
A beer? They couldn't, you know. Whatever
Does a
drink
bear
you
shit in the
want.
woods?
No, it actually doesn't. It shits.
Then no, I'm alright.
Okay.
You just changed his answer from yes to no.
Do you want one?
Do you require healing during battle?
I require healing now, to be honest, but you know. Oh. You should have took damage.
Oh shit, yes. So, Squib, you're going to be basically 30 hit points down after a couple of rounds.
That'd be 20.
It'll buff out.
Fair enough. Alright, so, yeah,
Now,
you guys are healed.
Squib, just... Sorry to interrupt, sorry. Sorry to interrupt, Squib. So you heal the party, right? What do you do to mitigate that damage? Or how do you handle the damage to yourself, specifically?
I take a negative energy damage point per round, which heals me.
How do you do that? How do you do that?
I interact with a magical item I have.
He's been doing it for years.
Yes, except for the past couple of days, you have realised it's been missing. It wasn't in your bag.
Okay. How would I have noticed that when it's always in my hands?
You woke up one morning and it wasn't there. I forgot all about that.
I mean, this would have changed a lot of things.
We
had
spent
I
about 3
noticed
days
it.
without taking any damage.
I walk around with it in my hands because it's how I heal. So this is
Interesting.
Yeah,
Just
They
saying.
would have done a lot of
this-
different things
This would
afterwards.
have
So
been
would you have
actually
told the
quite
party about it?
important.
Yeah.
in the same way
So
you'd
you told
expect
the
an
party about
infant
it?
to walk around with a
It's been
doll
missing.
in her hands. I should notice if a doll went missing.
I mean, if
Right.
you didn't have, if you knew you didn't have that, you would have dropped the protection.
Yeah.
No, he would have actually gone around looking for that particular stick. He would have gotten up first thing in the morning, not found it, and then...
No, requested for it.
I'd have been like Daenerys Targaryen, where are my dragons?
Okay. Aaron, how often do you check your things?
Daily. It's a routine of his when
Daily?
he gets up.
Okay. So, Christian, would you have mentioned that your dog was missing to the party?
Yes.
Aaron, you find the doll in your possessions.
things. Yeah, so you basically find Squib's doll in your possessions.
Well, this is going to make for an awkward. Oh my god. So, I'll take the teddy bear out. Here's a beer. I found this in my possessions. I don't know how it got there. I did not steal it. I've got no reason to steal it because you're here with us. But it's here. And here's a drink to, show that I'm not, stealing it.
So, let me get this story straight. I woke up this morning with no doll.
Yes.
I would have spent most of the day asking where the doll is.
Right, so...
Canonically, Aaron had it, and he has just turned around to me and said he has it.
Yeah, I would have done it straight away. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
so
obviously...
I'm going to retcon this back to the first thing in the morning, because I
then
forgot
I
all
would have
about
gave it
this.
straight away.
He would have given it
I would have
straight
gave him a
away.
drink anyways, regardless then. So it's still the conversation would still have happened as it is. So I know
Okay.
you like to drink, so...
In which case, if
But
you
I
give
would
it
have
back,
said-
to me, I'd be like, what were you doing with that?
He's been genuine. He's like confused as to how it got there because he never took it, and he doesn't steal things when he's drunk. So, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Doesn't he?
Yes, it actually does.
You can roll sense motive if you
That's
want
a
there,
bluff.
Squib.
That's a bluff.
I'll roll a sense motive. 13.
13, he seems quite genuine.
Well, whether I believe him or not, I'd simply say that whether you took it or however, I'm not too bothered, but just remember, if I don't have that, the healing that you guys are getting stops.
I know. That's why I gave it straight back because I knew it belonged to you and you needed it. But
Okay.
I would never take it. So
That's fine. I believe you. I don't know how it happened, but
if you've got a way of basically making sure that someone can't steal your stuff, probably try and find a way of doing that because I did not take that.
I'm not here to say whether
I
you
would
did or
steal
didn't.
from the party.
I'm just going to say, if you do take it, the healing stops. So you're only hurting yourself.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I would never take it. That's why he's so confused. And they say it's sitting in his bag. So, I've got to have two conversations now. We both asked.
A thing happened. Right, so you want the conversation with which one first? R1 or R2 first?
R1.
R1. So, Clinton, you're up.
Yeah, boy.
I come and sit down. I offer you a drink. You take it.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Take a
You're
drink.
costing the money off for the drinks.
How about a side of drinks?
For a mug, if you're going for ale, it's 4 copper pieces a go. If you're going for a gallon, it's 2 silver pieces.
I'll get a gallon each. Why not? So what we're about to talk about is going to, get stupid.
Jesus Christ, that's 4.5 litres.
All right, what's ever left over, we take with us when we go back to the ship.
You could literally buy a gallon between 2 people. That would seem more realistic.
Say 2 silver each.
Uh-huh.
2 silver per gallon.
2 silver
2 silver.
to cover both would be more than enough to cover both of us.
All right, I'll just get one then, so we share it between us.
I put my empty mug down in front of you so you can pour me a refill.
Could you imagine Swib with a gallon of fucking ale?
Well, I mean, we used to do it at that.
Actually,
club
I'll bring an extra
PE.
cup with me. So if he is there, he can basically just help himself to a gallon drink that's got at the table. As a way of making amends.
What was that place? We used to go and buy pitchers of beer and it was ridiculously priced. It was like, it only cost like the price of 3 beers or something and you got like 6 out of it.
Anyway, so
2 questions to Renan. 1, what was you 2 talking about before I joined?
Oh, he wants me to go and sneaking around.
Which leads me to my second question.
At that point, I raise my hand. And I wave it around and say, if you're going to talk about that, talk about it psychically. I don't want anyone overhearing your clandestine activities. So now you can talk to each other psychically. That's fine.
Do you say
You
that to
speak
both of
scant.
us? Does he say that to both of us?
I'm speaking about absolute
Yeah.
garbage.
You're
but
both
using
included in the loop.
thieves' scant to get my meaning across.
Well, I've got other languages if you got them. But
Okay,
yeah.
that's fine.
You've got a level in Rogue, haven't you?
Well,
A couple of levels in Rogue.
Slayers are
Oh,
part rogue, aren't they? So I mean, what languages you got?
Well, Undercommon.
They won't have Undercommon here because it's. Well, assume they don't. What would they do?
Go for it.
But we're speaking Undercommon, anyways.
You've got Undercommon.
Yeah.
Cool. Go for it.
No one's going to make out what the hell we're growling about.
So I asked the first question Undercommon, then the second one, because you answered it, is we're low on funds, even though we're going to get funds for doing this job, but we need to, maybe think about other ways of getting money.
Well, have you seen anything interesting in town? I mean, there is always that blacksmith's. He had some interesting toys.
Yeah, I was thinking that and maybe a few other places we can case and see what it's like. Because I don't think, was it 2,000 we get for doing this each? 2,500, I can't remember what it was. It's not going to cover what we want to try and buy for ourselves, so we can either try and steal what we need or steal and sell it to a fence or something.
Well, I don't know any fences locally, so that could be a bit problematic. And I don't feel like lugging any expensive goods around until we get back to our base of operations.
I mean, if you wanted to, you could ask around secretively. If you roll a decent diplomacy check, you might get an answer.
I don't mind helping you out, picking up a couple of things here and there. And then if you can find someone who's willing to purchase it, and give me a finder's fee.
That's what I'm thinking. Like a bit of extra cash on the side that we can use to basically buy whatever we need to.
Scotty,
Like
setting me up for
arrows that
side
do
quests.
Apparently so.
Exactly.
Just let me know how many houses you're thinking of trying to hit, and I'll set a scene up for next week.
How many houses are there in this game? On this map?
A couple of hundred.
We'll give you an idea. The population of the town. I mean, it's a city. I think I had the PDF open up over here. So, I don't think it will actually give me the city of... Actually, let me just check here. That'll be a lot easier and quicker. Pathfinder. This way. Alright, so Niswain has a population, Jalmaray, the entire continent, has a population of 10,300 people. Okay.
So that's probably a good...
sorry, that is Niswain. That is actually 10,300 people in this city alone. So it's quite a large city. That's going to have a number of houses.
Yeah, probably best go to the richer areas, but then it's more of a risk going to the...
Oh, but that's the whole point, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the reason I do what I do. Finding interesting things in interesting places.
If you guys want to go to the richest areas, you go to the Heights, which is, excuse me, the number 2 area. Which is
and I mean, the prince had a couple of interesting things hanging around. Then again, he did notice me noticing, so maybe that wouldn't be a good idea.
Yeah, I'd noticed that as well. Say number 2 is the best area to do it.
Yeah, that's what they call the Heights, which is where a lot of the more
affluent people.
Yes, live.
And what's number 1?
Number 1 is the palace. And where you've been in the palace, you know there's guards.
So tempting.
As I say, that chandelier, all those crystals.
Yes, that's why.
But carrying that chandelier out there might be a bit awkward.
So, you guys want to go out and go scout?
Yeah, let's go scout that wizard's house.
Okay.
You gonna tag along?
Yeah,
Don't
definitely.
Just don't stick your foot in the door again.
No, I definitely felt that one.
Okay. Now, before you go, did you want to go have a conversation with Rental?
Nope, haven't crossed my mind.
Oh yeah, I didn't I?
Well, I'll carry on sipping on my ale there.
I
And you
leave
can go have
the
conversation.
gallon there. They can keep drinking 'cause I'll be back. But I'm like to Rental. So you're new to the group, yes? You don't understand this?
Are you speaking to me in undercommon still, or?
No, this is gonna be in like common.
I say, well, I've known you since before I got on the boat. I helped you with the Distroyers, if you remember correctly.
Oh yeah, that's all good, but you know, a certain object has found its way into my bag, and I didn't do anything to put it in there. And you're new to the group, and I don't see Ren and them doing it because you know it's not your style, even though you like to steal things. So I'm wondering if your cat can literally
Okay.
be a bit naughty at times and shift things into other people's bag just for fun. Is that something he's done before?
I look at the cat. I look at you. Look back at the cat. I'm saying, not really. It's a cat.
Cats do weird
I
things.
don't think cats tend to be that clandestine, you know. He's
Yeah, I've
got
noticed that your cat's
opinions
not
on
exactly
things,
an
but he
average
isn't
cat,
really a
though.
thief as such.
You two are
Look
attached
at
to
my cat. I look back at him and say, I don't think any cat's an average cat.
He looks like an average cat, but he's not an average cat, is he?
Well, we've got a very strong psychic connection. That counts. He is my familiar.
Familiars can do things that you order them to, though.
Yeah,
So that may be
you can't do
makes
slap
me
hand
question
like
whether
that.
it was you that put it there. Do you like moving things into other people's bags for fun?
Not as a normal practice, no. I'm a fortune teller. I'm an acrobat, not a cut purse.
Not a cut purse. Okay.
I do a lot of things, but it doesn't make me those
If you
things.
like, there's well, that's more or less what I said. I do a wide range of services and activities. I'm not a bandit myself.
Well,
In fact, I don't think you'll ever, if you check your memory, I think you probably don't remember seeing me ever performing any kind of stealthy activity.
oh, what? So you're disappearing and randomly being like passed out on the floor stealthily, just not stealthy.
Well,
No one noticed. You literally
passing out is
disappeared.
hardly a stealthy activity.
It's not even
Well,
passing out. You literally
You
disappeared.
keep an eye on me.
and end up passed out somewhere. You know.
Look, I've been passed out, and the only reason I come to is because you stabbed something up my backside.
No one's touched you. Got no reason to go near you when you're in the middle of a fight.
Well, that's... No, it's in the past. The only reason I woke up is because, you know, you were stabbing me whilst I was unconscious. It's like, that's not very polite.
Well, I was actually
So if we're going to talk about
teabagging
who's
you,
got
but
kind of
that's
a
different
dark...
story.
All I'm saying is, if we're going to talk about who's being dishonest
I
and
call it,
who's
you know,
kind of sinister,
I was being a
I would have
concerned
said to Steve,
citizen
it's your
by
fault better.
teabagging you.
That's a good sense. Teabagging you.
And I don't quite see why, after you've attempted to defile me in my unresponsive state, all of a sudden you come up to me and start alleging such outrageous accusations?
Because you're literally the newest person to the party. No one else has done this in the party. He's never had something stolen off him like that. Something, especially something so important.
Well, first of all, what's been taken?
He's dull. He needs it for what he does to heal us. And I gave it back because, somehow
Okay,
it
and
made its way into my bag.
correct me if I'm wrong, he's always invisible, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if that's
Except for a moment when I sleep.
How am I supposed to take something from
There you
him
go.
if I can't see where he is?
Because you can see him at night when he's in bed. Everyone knows what room's going to be in. For the most
You think
part.
right? Okay, how many hours of sleep do you need a day?
Too many.
8. 8
Is
hours
that a
of
question
sleep.
to me or my character?
You wasn't wrong. Yeah, to you, to your character. So 8 hours of sleep ideally. You also need 8 hours of work and 8 hours of play. Now, my play is my profession as such, so I've been doing 8 hours worth of fortune telling. I've been adventuring with a party for 8 hours a day, and I've been sleeping for 8 hours a day. So my question is, where on earth do I have the time to sneak out and steal his stuff when he's asleep?
Maybe you've got a dark side that we don't know about. That controls you. You don't remember what you do. Has that ever happened to you over the course of your life? Is there ever been points where you can't
Well,
remember?
last time I was unconscious, I woke up when I was... The only time I remember being unconscious and not realising what happened was when suddenly I woke up being teabagged.
That's a good way of waking a person up.
If I remember right,
You don't need
there's
like
a
smelling
huge
salts.
explosion. I get thrown against a brick wall. There's a huge explosion. I was thrown against a brick wall, lost consciousness, and all of a sudden, oh, I'm going to teabag him. And all of a sudden, I'm the villain. Feel free to roll sense motive on me. Go ahead.
Oh, I will, but there's no point because that's not like yours.
Scott,
Yeah.
23.
I got another 20.
There you go.
So,
You
DC
got
38.
for your bluff. Okay.
38 bluff.
According to you, he's telling the truth.
Well, I choose to disbelieve it.
It's entirely up to you, but
Actually, 39. I'm a 9th level character now. Do apologise.
you have
As far as you can tell, I'm completely surprised at the allegation.
yes. He seems so genuine, but you're still holding like I don't quite follow. Yeah, that's fair enough. That's fair enough.
Now, my gift to you, you can roll a perception check.
My gift.
I'm studying him, so I get pluses on this.
Cool. You're not doing them any favours there, Dayla.
No, it's not me. The perception is not me.
Oh, then I don't get it.
Perception is elsewhere.
Ooh. So perception, where are you? 13 plus 19 is 32.
So what is
You
it?
notice up on the balcony, Skull and Lapper is looking down at you. You can hear him laughing.
Next question. Why is he always following you? I can't remember why he was following you.
I shrug. I have no idea, mate. Your guess is as good as mine.
They just seem
So-
familiar with each other.
I should mention at this point, my hands are
I heard
around a
that.
mug. My words are just me talking to you, and as I'm talking to you, Skull and Lapper is just chuckling out loud, and then vanishes.
So it's your buddy over there that's been snatching our stuff. Well, someone's stuff in.
And so at the same point, you also notice sitting next door to me is the cat. So there's myself, the cat, and
Sitting next
Skull and
door
Lapper in the
to
same room at the
Alice.
same time.
Still not answering my question. Is there a high
So what was the
chance
question?
it's your buddy that follows you that is causing stuff to reappear elsewhere after he snatched it?
I have no idea.
How long has
Right,
he been following
do you know where he goes? Because I have no fucking clue.
How long has he been following you?
Since the party kind of found me before I got on the boat, I found him in the same city.
In Casimir.
He's been following me, back in Casimir. So I have no idea who he is. He just keeps on following us around. It's only the other day he tapped me in the shoulder and asked me to join in the competition.
And then in that time, has he snatched anything and you found it, or stuff like that?
Well, apparently, you seem to think he's taken a doll. I don't know for sure. I think it's possible that you might have a problem.
Because, it ends up in my bag. I'm good at stealth. I'm not that good at like stealing things.
I'm going to ask you a question. I expect you to be honest with me, right?
Right.
Did you steal the doll?
Nick.
No.
Did you steal the doll?
Being completely honest, he did not steal it. Because he has no reason.
Roll a sense motive as I appraise you. I watch you carefully. On a DC 17 sense motive, I think you're telling the truth, but
100%.
it's only a DC 17. What's your bluff like? Or is it
bluffing.
just honesty? I don't know.
It's honesty. He's not
Well,
bluffing.
I think so. I believe that you think you didn't steal it. Cool. In which case, well, I believe you. I believe you didn't take it, but I have no idea how on earth it got into your belongings if you didn't take it.
Okay. Right, so we're getting to the point
It
now.
might be something we'll have to keep an eye on going forward.
It's a slight domestic in the corner where we're talking, but it's not majorly anything to worry about.
It's just the pair of you just running in circles now.
Yeah. We kind of realised that, like, I just turn back and go back to sit at the table, like, and I down my drink, and then I take another drink, and it's like,
I'm still busy on the first one that I bought for myself.
Cool, so the pair of you are now up and running, right?
We're basically just waiting for
Right.
darkness.
So what I'm going to do is, just for this particular one, I'm just going to put everybody... Oh wait, you guys are on the character sheets, aren't you? That's the first warning.
it wasn't me, boss, I swear.
No, not those ones.
One more disabled device on that.
Yeah, no, it's basically...
Disable the alarm.
This is now just
Scott's
getting up
face,
to...
it's like this plan is working. Oh, Scott's got a plan. What?
It's a change.
Right, so just put all players there, save, and do the same with Renan. So what I'm just doing at the moment is I'm just giving everybody access to your character sheet. So when you guys do your stealthing, they have visibility as well.
Uh-huh.
Alright, it just makes life...
Simpler.
Yeah, Ballsy happens to have that on everybody at the moment. So, right, so end you. So if I do this, everybody should be able to see what's potting. There, yes. So obviously it is at night. We have 2 players, I think both have dark vision.
I've got low light vision.
You got low
I haven't
light
got half vision. I haven't.
Okay.
I'm human.
But at the moment, it is all street lamps that are burning. So basically, or should I say street torches. So basically, you will see like these... Do you know like in the old industrial time back in like the 1800s, where they had these metal poles with just a lantern?
With the gas lights.
Yeah, so basically something similar to that set up along the streets, but it's not in metal, it's all made of wood. Okay? So you're approaching his house in the district. So you guys have your access to your tokens. You guys can see through the tokens. Clinton, because there is light shining in from outside, you will be able to see in the actual dark. If dynamic lighting. Yeah, so I've got the actual area set up as a lighted area or a lit area, but basically that's just like your torches, so that just helps you out a little bit. Okay. Ballsy, yours is a little bit worse than that. It's mostly dim vision, so anything you're shooting beyond 5 feet is going to be 20% mischance. All right.
I won't be shooting anything anyways.
Yeah, I'm just saying in that type of situation. All right. So, what time are you guys heading out to do this actual?
About an hour after sunset.
All right. Cool. So you guys go through the town, walking along, come up to the area that you visit his house in. So you see his house.
Yeah, coming up to it.
Yeah. So I'm allowing you guys to go approach the house in any direction. I'm happy with that.
Okay. Well, I want to come up from this corner this time because I know there's some cover there.
Cool.
Having seen that when we were here earlier.
Yep. And Balls, are you doing the same?
Yeah, I'll just follow him, yeah.
Cool. So basically that would be round about there you would be. Alright, so please roleplay your actual characters. Give me a...
Apparently, I was going to say, apparently I trip over something because that's a 16 on my stealth.
Cool. That's fine. You'll think you're being very stealthy.
No, I know that I've made a mistake. I know that I've stuffed something up.
I've got a 33.
Cool. So literally, Renan, you do not actually hear Ballsy behind you moving around. Right, so which way are you guys going to go? How are you guys going to approach it? What are you guys going to do around the house?
I point Ballsy down towards the left.
I'll start making my way
And
down
I
there slowly.
climb up
Cool.
towards the ceiling.
I'll get to here and
On the
notice a
roof.
window, obviously. I try and look around stealthily.
Yeah. So you see the corner of that room.
27 on a stealth to basically like have a quick look around.
Cool. Go for
Perception as well.
Yeah. So
Perception.
that's basically that's what you see in the room.
So 30 for perception, so I'm looking there as well.
Yep. So basically, so allowing me, give me 2 seconds, because I'm not happy with that. Is a drawing. So I'm going to put you slap bang in the middle. So I want you to be able to see that in
The whole room, yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Because I've got that.
You okay, Damien?
Why, what's wrong?
Dancing there. He's standing behind his chair dancing.
Alright, cool. Right, so yeah, so you've now seen inside that room. You got perfect vision on what that room looks like. And you can see it's some sort of kitchen area.
He's running a look around at me when he's as I'm around the corner.
Renan
I'm up on the ceiling.
Renan's
on
climbed
the
up
roof.
on the roof. Okay.
Alright, so we'll
now,
see then.
It's a double-story house there, Clinton. So you've had to climb
Uh-huh.
basically 20 feet up in the air and onto the roof that way.
All right.
Are you looking for anything specific?
Chimneys or anything on the building? See if there's any smoke. coming from a
Right.
chimney?
So there are 2 chimneys on the roof. Okay. That one there, and that one there. Okay. And
Just
there's no
to
smoke.
quickly add, would either of these two have told me about this mission they're going on?
If you came
No.
over to get a few drinks from my gallon of drink that I bought, because I would have said, basically, help yourself, then you might have heard some of the conversation.
But you wouldn't have specifically told
In
me.
Undercommon.
In Undercommon, if you can understand it, yeah.
That's fine. If you hadn't specifically told me, then I wouldn't know.
No.
So, no point.
Okay.
I peek back down over the edge of the roof and whisper down, "No smoke."
Alright. Means you might be in. Always gone to bed. But then. No, I wouldn't have gone to bed, what if I?
It's an hour after sunset. He might have gone to bed. You do not know.
This is like logs of wood, I'm guessing here.
Yes.
So what I would do is some sort of check to get past
You
it.
can
To
just
get
walk
to the
around
outside.
it. It's fine. You can move over it. I'll just say you walked around it. It's fine.
Okay, then I'll walk around it stealthily.
Yeah. It's literally this part of the map is open, so you can walk along that part of the map if you want to.
It's more of just getting around so I can get around to.
Yeah. So if you move like that,
There's a doorway there.
Yeah.
yeah, that's fine.
So I see the door
Yep.
and a 5-foot step there. See nothing. 5-foot step there. Right.
And that's just the back side of the house, including you could probably see there's another step there at the end, so you can see. Can you actually see the doorstep? You should be able to see the doorstep.
What there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
Does he have a back garden, or is it literally just like a?
Yeah, not really much of a back garden, no. The fence is literally about 10 feet away from the wall there. It's probably where he can just store things and have a back door. I mean, it's not much. Probably about a 15-foot area. So like a back stoop.
Okay, well, while you're moving around, I shall hang down from the wall, basically peep in that window. Can't look in that window, damn it. Anyway.
Give me a minute. There's nothing there. What I do is... Give me a second, Clinton. Advanced is a token. Is a drawing. So I can literally...
It's not showing me anything inside.
Really?
Yeah, let me refresh. It's showing me the roof, but nothing there. Nothing in through that window. I can only see what
Hold on.
Ballsack saw as you walk past.
Oh, do you know why? It's because you don't have any sort of vision marked on you.
Oh, jeez.
Take that off. Do you know what I can do? If I just do that, does that help?
Ah. Yes.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, so I see his bedroom, and I don't see him
Yeah,
in bed.
that is correct.
All right. I move back up onto the roof. Okay. Basically, getting myself comfortable so I can watch the path leading up to his, to the door.
Right, okay.
I'm trying to do it surreptitiously so I don't get spotted.
Cool. Roll me a stealth check.
Woohoo! 24.
Do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna do this quickly. Switch vision on, and I'm gonna go low light. I'll give you 40 foot. How does that?
Well, considering I'm supposed to be sitting on the roof, it doesn't actually make
Oh, you're currently on the roof.
much of a difference. Yeah.
Ah. Okay.
I'm basically sitting on like hiding myself on the roof, lying flat there so I can watch the approach
Right.
to his house.
Sweet. Gotcha. I'm with you now. Right. So you're on the roof, checking it out.
Because
Right.
all I'm doing is gathering intel.
Cool.
As
And
I was
Ballsy,
suggested
what are you
to
gonna
do.
do?
I've got a layout of the back
Mhm.
now, so I don't really need to go any further. So I'm actually going to go back all the way here
Yep.
and literally just wait till he comes down so we can decide what to do next.
Cool. So are you gonna try and get his attention, or?
No, let him do what he needs to do. He's good at what he does. So I'll just do a stealth roll to basically make sure I'm hidden down here, basically where we started. So he knows basically to come back to the way, hopefully, that we started.
Yeah.
Clinton, roll me a perception check,
Yes.
please.
26.
26. All right. Right. So you wouldn't have seen him move there, but I don't know how long you
No.
want to wait up there.
No, I'll basically wait for about an hour,
Cool.
and then I'll move back down to
Cool. So basically,
I'll least
so we can try to
stay
figure
about
out
here then,
what's
waiting for
happening.
about an hour,
Yeah.
and I will wait to see if anyone actually goes to the door,
yep. No,
to see if he gets any special guests kind of things.
nothing happens in an hour.
Okay, well, his
Yeah.
bedroom's empty, so he's definitely not home. I think we need to set up surveillance, but I'm worried about him just spotting us like he did last time.
Yeah, I think he's probably
That
got
could
some
be-
sort of spell for that.
Uncomfortable.
If he can do mage armor, well, if he can cast spells, then he's probably got some sort of spell to like protect his own house, hasn't he? So,
Yeah. I'm wondering, maybe I can sneak in through his bedroom window there and see if there's anything interesting.
can do that if you
But
want.
just alert me if you spot him. And I crawl back up to the bedroom window.
Right. So you head back to the bedroom window. Are you gonna? You've got that ability.
I'm going to attempt to disable the device to open the window without breaking it.
Cool.
I am not rolling well tonight. Where's my disable device? Okay, it's only a 30.
All right. So the window opens up, no problem.
And I'll squeeze in,
Right. So you squeeze in. 'Cause
being
you've
all
got-
rat-like and
Yeah,
things.
because you've got that ability to
Yeah.
squeeze
squeeze.
through. Yeah. Okay. So you squeeze through, and you enter the bedroom. It's as you see it in the actual. Actually, let me put your vision back on.
I can actually see it quite well. Now I can see it quite well.
Not that one. Low light. Okay, that's weird. U40. There you go. There you go. You should see better now. Alright, so you step in and you see the room as it is. You've got a double bed, bedside cabinet, a chest, an actual... The benches are not overturned. Let's just put... There's a normal chair there.
All right.
Sorry, it's a cupboard with the doors open. And
Oh, right.
but the doors are actually shut, and there is a desk over there as well.
Yeah. Okay. Well, knowing what this guy is, a magic user, I'm not going to actually touch anything with my hands behind my back. I'm just going to inspect anything lying loose, like see if there's anything lying on the desk that's of interest.
Okay. You do look at some of the notes. You don't speak Vidrani, do you?
No.
Do you have any linguistics as a skill?
No.
All right. What knowledges do you have?
Let me. Local. I'm just looking to see if I've got anything here that could actually be helpful. No.
I tell you what. Okay.
Damn.
Roll me a knowledge, local. If you get high enough, I'll give you an answer.
Come on! I just rolled a 3.
Yep.
I haven't rolled over it. I haven't rolled over a 10 today.
Unfortunately, that's not going to get you.
The total
anything.
is 14.
Yep. No, that nets you diddly squat. Okay. You see these notes. You see like signatures on them. You get to see like written out. You do get to see Lancashire's name mentioned in there. You get to see. Hold on. I just want to make sure I'm going to give you the correct information and not false one. That's too far in the book. Warning. Father is detailing. Alright, and you do see a name on this particular one, a Panda Silk Mill.
Okay. Since I don't want to actually touch anything, I'm not going to open any doors and things. I'm just going to carefully, so I don't bump anything, squeeze myself back out and head back to Bullback. Okay, I've got a name. Let's move out.
Sweet. He just moves on with him.
And we head back to the inn.
Cool. So, you're all back at the inn. Damien, during the whole evening, you would have earned about 15 gold for your fortune telling.
Yep.
Squib, I'm guessing you've probably been pinching mugs of ale out of the gallon tankards that are sitting on the actual side of a table.
Now, I know I was drunk yesterday, but I don't know why you suddenly think I'm a thief for alcohol. I do have money.
Also, you have the
I
ability
did say
to be
you could
invisibility.
sell to the cannon here.
Yeah, you do have the
Alright, just because I can
was gonna
turn
say,
invisible.
You've got the choice to be invisible, and why wouldn't you try and steal some alcohol?
Morality doesn't disappear just because I do.
Are you sure?
I'm chaotic neutral, not chaotic dick.
It's the same thing.
I mean, it's like watching that remake of the Invisible Man movie.
Okay. So, you guys get back to the actual inn, the tavern that you're in. What do you do?
I head back to rental and offer him up that piece of information about the silk merchant's mill, or silk mill, whatever it's called. He wasn't at home, fortunately. I didn't want to touch anything or take anything from the property. But And of course, I couldn't read the damn handwriting, but I did spot a couple of names I could make out. And I'll pass on the information.
So you didn't take the book, did you?
No.
He didn't want to touch
Or
anything.
did you? That's a shame, because if he did have access to that book, could have deciphered the details from it, most likely. I'm quite good at it.
Yeah, I guess as much, but
Okay,
I didn't
that's
want
fine.
to leave any traces.
Tell me something, Damien. While they were off doing that whole thing during your card reading, did you want to try and do that thing with the coins?
I have to wait till tomorrow, because I think I've already done it today, haven't I?
Ah, okay.
Today I did it with the gold earring.
Yeah, no, you did. I didn't realise it was a once-a-day spell.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
That said, I can do one other check. I get out of my bag a glass pen.
Okay.
I smile fondly at the memory of the person who made it for me.
Mm-hmm.
I dip it in a pen in a vial of ink, and then I start scribbling on a piece of paper.
Okay.
Brennan suddenly
I'm going to
gets
attempt
this
to,
wide-eyed, shocked look. He didn't close the window behind himself after leaving.
Basically, I'm just using this opportunity to spend some time just filling out the paper with this ink. And it's called auto writing. Are you familiar with it?
No.
Basically, I can perform a linguistics check to, so once per week I can perform a linguistic check after 1 hour of posing questions while my hand is unconsciously scribbling messages in varying legibility and accuracy. At the end of this hour, I attempt a linguistics check to decipher the meaning of these messages. If successful, you gain information as though I'd used the augury spell.
Okay.
So, the most valuable question I can think of is now the augury spell.
I am already on it.
Spin Scott
Yeah, I'm trying to think what kind of question should I ask.
What's that there, Aaron?
on Twitch.
Yeah?
On Twitch, my screen for me is really small compared to everyone else's,
Oh, shit.
so they can't really see me that well.
Give me
Yeah.
2 seconds. I have no idea why you did that.
I mean, it's probably best if you want to maintain your viewers, right?
Oh,
The less of Aaron people can see, the better.
There we go.
wait till I see you next.
Okay.
Yeah, you deserve. You stole my doll.
I did not steal your doll.
No, that wouldn't work out.
Sure is that.
Because if I did that, I can only see half an hour into the future.
Yeah, you're still a dick. Your character, that is.
What do you want to know?
Basically, I perform augury and I say, my question is, are we going to be attacked during the night? On the basis that we had this death threat. I'm going to perform a linguistics check. So, attempt a linguistics check to decipher the meanings of these messages. So, DC would be the augury spell. Got to get a DC 20. My linguistics. It's a +9, and I've rolled a 13, so that puts me on 22. So, on an augury spell, will it be safe to sleep here tonight, and or will we be attacked by the creature?
Wheel is the answer you receive. For those at home, wheel If the action would
Real,
probably
it
bring
is
you
safe to
good
sleep here tonight.
results. Yes.
So sleeping here will be okay for tonight. Excellent. I'm happy.
Unless, of course, whatever deity you just prayed to is screwing with you.
Awesome.
You do have that, yes?
Desna wouldn't do me. Desna wouldn't do me dirty. She's pretty good.
You hope.
Mm.
Alright, so.
It's either a good Desna or an evil Lamashtu, and I don't want an evil Lamashtu, forget that.
Alright, so. Is that all you guys are going to be doing for the evening, or is there anything else? Because I'm guessing with the 2 hours, it's about. I would say it's probably about like 9 o'clock at night when you two come back.
Uh-huh.
Chris and Vicky, is
Oh,
anything
get
you
to
two
bed.
would have done during the evening, or would it just been a nice chilled, enjoy the rest of the evening type of vibe for you folks?
Well, don't we?
And just letting everyone fawn over Sabu, really, because he's pretty. So it kind of builds up that rapport with people in case we need it at a later date, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Particularly as we don't really speak
stop.
language and like, hi, kitty cat, pretty, purr, strokey.
Yeah. And Chris, what was that you were going to say?
Don't we have to go pick up the oils, or have we already done that?
Morning. Nope, that's tomorrow
That's
morning.
tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
In which case, I shall spend the rest of the evening securing all of my valuables in a place where no one can possibly steal them.
Perfect.
I'll also be doing the same from now on.
Right, so you guys do that and then head off to bed. Evening goes quite peacefully, so if you guys... I'm not saying you guys are going to crack off to bed at 9 o'clock, but you guys go off to bed at your usual times. You guys sit there, you mingle. Those who are not able to speak the language get not as many conversations as those who can. It's a fairly good evening. You have a bard comes in. This particular bard does like little illusions. Most of you might not be able to understand what he's saying. I'm guessing that people who can speak the language do translations, but you get to see like he's got this hologram, illusionary magic, busy forming the actual story itself as the evening goes on, and the rest of the evening goes smoothly. Go to bed. Have your hours rest. Is Rental, is Squirrel Lapper going to do anything tonight, or is it going to be one of those evenings you're going to just do your own thing?
Would you object if I text you about this during the night? So I text you about this after the game?
Yep, no, that's fine.
Would you rather do it now?
No, it's fine because I'm kind of... The idea was I was actually going to... I thought we would have actually done something else tonight, but it's fine where it's gone. I was just going to do a quick wrap up now, and then we will do the... You guys wake up fresh in the morning. Let's just make a note of that.
Did you say the bard came into the inn and started performing?
Yes.
I thought he wasn't allowed in.
It's a
This
different
is a
bard.
local
Because he's
local
bard.
Oh,
That was fucking terrible.
seriously. Do we really have to leave on that note?
Apparently, yeah.
I'm sorry, everyone. You had to hear that.
Is there a function on Twitch where we can like slap Chris?
Yes, Alt F4.
Here's my arm.
Can you see this?
Right,
My arm
hold
hits you
on.
right now.
Hold on 2 seconds.
Pathfinder, and it's also
Hold on, I'll be with you guys in a minute. Right, so thank you very much for those who have joined. Sorry about the bad pun ending on this. But hopefully you guys did enjoy tonight's show. I will be back definitely on Tuesday with the typical Chaos crew. Yep, so enjoy, have a good evening, and thank you very much for watching. Alright, so I'll see you on Tuesday. Catch you later. Thanks for joining Spike, thanks for joining Will, Nick, if you're still there, Shot, I appreciate the support as always, alright? And I will spot you guys a little bit later on, alright? Ciao.